Hey guys, Chris here, aka Bricknit, and it's that time of the week again where we kind of dive into getting 10 more Star Wars mystery bags. So, if you guys are new, there's a massive playlist. I say this every week. Go check it out. It's where I basically pull out 10 minifigures to collect every single minifigure from the Star Wars line. There's ever been, there's around 1,200. So, it starts with 6 greens, which are the common ones, 3 rares-ish, which are the blue ones, and 1 red, which is the super rare one, where being the red ones are £20 and up, the blue ones are around £10 to £20, and then the green ones are under £10. So let's get 10 out and let's get started opening them. So there's our 6 green, 1, 2, 3 blue there by the looks of it, and let's find a red in here. There's a red one. So let's get into it. So let's start off with the green ones over here, and we'll switch to the camera so you can see the camera at the bottom as well. But let's get into opening the first green one. Okay, and we have... Okay, just looks like a pretty generic Stormtrooper. But this one is a little bit different than usual. Oh no, it's not generic, because he has yellow markings actually. So this is one of the older Stormtroopers. I'll find out exactly which one this is, but it's one of the ones that are with a yellow marking. And this is actually one with a black head, and the visor actually has a cutout, so you can see right there. So it gives it that kind of 3D look to it. This is how they originally did these kind of old clone troopers, which is pretty interesting. So let's see what this one is. And if we go on to the little dial over here, this guy is SW0128, and he's an A, because I believe there's also one with a pauldron. Yeah, this one says no pauldron on it. I thought that, seeing as it said A. So this guy is Clone Trooper Episode 3 yellow markings. Star Corps Trooper apparently. So he's a pretty decent one. Pretty happy to get that one. And again, with it being an older one, that's always pretty cool as well. So nice to get an older one. So here we go. This is the little podium we have every week. There we go. Put him onto the podium. So next up on the list, this one feels a little bit of a bigger figure. So let's see what this one is. Okay, this looks like an ARC Trooper. Or an ARC Trooper or something like that. It's kind of a cool one. Let me get the little tab out so we can see what number it is. But this guy looks very similar to the black ARC Trooper that there's in the polybag. So he looks really, really decent. We'll find out what he is in a second. Got nice printing on the sides. This guy has the Clone Army helmet or headpiece on. Pretty standard, but very cool. So this one is a bit of an older figure, and it's SW297. So that's quite an old number indeed. 0297. And yeah, he is an ARC Trooper, so I was right, but it's obviously not the black one that we got. So this guy's in one set, which is the Clone Trooper Battle Pack, which I think actually we got the green one from that last week in here. So there we go. This guy goes for around £7, it says there, so not too bad. And it's dropping a little bit lower at the moment if you can get him as well. So pretty decent fig, quite happy with that one. Let's put him in here. Nice to be getting some different clone variants and stuff as well, which is pretty sweet. So next one in the green packet, we have, okay, well, it looks like a Mandalorian of some sort. Let's get out the little bit as well so we can see what it is, the little card piece. These are all getting stuff. Oh, this guy's SW0296, so very similar to the kind of sizing. But there we go, here is a Mandalorian. Is that Django? I don't believe it is, but that is a really, really hideous looking face anyway. But let's have a quick look at what this guy is. So it is SW0296, and he's just a Death Watch warrior apparently. So yeah, with those hideous eyes. But this one seems to have a little bit of a loose arm, which is a little bit annoying. But I'll show you a little bit more in detail. Here he is. This one seems a little bit like his arms probably being a little bit played with too much. But other than that, the actual quality seems really, really good. He seems in pretty good condition, so can't complain too much. Very, very awesome to get a Mando as well, a Mandalorian in the collection, so not too bad there at all. And a Death Watch Trooper as well. I think there's a new one coming out of that soon, I'm pretty sure. But there we go. Right, next green one we have. Okay, so we're getting a good side person, which I suppose the clone troopers are as well. This looks like some sort of X-Wing pilot. Don't know which one it is based on the helmet, but we'll have a look in a second. So it is SW0260. So we're getting quite a few of the older figures this time. So SW0260. 60. Let's have a look who that is. Sven Senexa, apparently, whoever that is. So he appeared in a Rebel Trooper Battle Pack as well as a Hoth Wampa Cave. That's a very cool set. So it looks like this might be a Snowspeeder pilot, actually. Yeah, by the looks of it, instead of an X-Wing pilot, which obviously they're very, very similar. But there we go. Like I said, he's very, very cool. He has this really nice printed helmet. And then he doesn't have two facial expressions, interestingly, but he only has the one with the goggles printed on. But the helmets are usually the ones that are the unique kind of bit. This one looks very, very cool. And again, no printing on the legs because he's one of the older kind of pilots. But there we go. Right. Next on the green list, and we have something that's stuck. And it looks like it is a buildable droid. So let's build this astromech quickly. It's obviously in another poly bag. There we go. Put his legs on and his red head. And here's a red astromech droid. So these are always very, very similar to each other. But this guy is SW0534. So let's have a look at that. 0534. And he is just says astromech droid. Doesn't even have a name to him. But he was in 2 sets. So he was in the V-Wing Starfighter as well as Anakin's Custom Jedi Starfighter. So pretty sad that he's an unnamed droid. I'm sure people will probably know. Actually, it says here character name R4P22. So it looks like that, yeah, they didn't call him it on the Star Wars number, but he does actually have a number, which is quite nice. I mean, he deserves to have a number. Okay, so last one of the greens. And we have... Okay, so this is like a Hoth Trooper. And again, this one looks like it's from a similar set to the other guys because it's SW0291. I think I need to mix up the bags in which we're getting these from because it looks like they all seem to be coming from the same kind of sets. But let's have a look. SW0291. And he is a Rebel Trooper, like I said. And he also is from Battle of Hoth, so it is a separate set. And the 8080 Walker. So he is from a different set, but this guy is quite a cheap one. £2.80, and yeah, he seems to be kind of around that at the moment as well, so he's not kind of gone up or down or anything recently. But there you go, pretty generic trooper. We get quite a lot of these. We've had Hoth battle packs recently, which is probably why this guy is a lot cheaper because there are some better printed ones now available on the market, so people prefer to get those than these generic trooper characters. Okay, so that is the first 6. We got them right here. In fact, I can quickly show this one on this. Always makes it a bit easier to show the commons, but there we go. Very, very cool selection. Definitely awesome to get a Mando and 2 clone troopers. Really, really cool. So let's get into the blues. So first blue we have something that needs building by the sounds of it. Okay, so I thought this was originally Chewbacca. It's not Chewbacca. It is a Wookiee. It looks like it's a Wookiee chieftain or something by the looks of it. Very, very cool. So this is one of the older looking Wookiees. Very similar to the old Chewbacca face print, but he's got nice printing on him as well. So let's have a look who he is. And he's a very old one because he's SW0132. So SW0132. And he is a Wookiee warrior, apparently. And he only came in 2 sets. So he came in the Wookiee attack and the Wookiee catamaran. Now, this guy's gone down a little bit by the looks of it because he's £8 because he's an uncommon one. And in fact, it looks like he's randomly going around 7 at the moment. But there's a fluctuation, so he's obviously on the lower end of the rarer ones. But very, very cool to have another Wookiee to my collection. Definitely very, very cool. So, next one are the ones. Let's see if we can get a better pull, a more expensive minifigure. Okay, so this is an Anakin Vader kind of damaged one by the looks of it, like a half transformation one, but it is one of the older ones because it's got the original Vader helmet there, and he's got a different coloured arm, and he's got a flesh coloured face, so obviously like it's supposed to be pre-Vader. So let's have a look at what this one is from. So it is SW0283, again in those 200s. And again, this one looks like it's gone down a little bit as well because he is around the £10 mark as well. But he only came in 1 set, which was the Emperor Palpatine's shuttle. That is a very cool looking set. But again, this guy came out in 2010. Pretty cool. I actually got the Vader's Castle recently with a different kind of back to tank one, but it's kind of cool to get different Anakin variations. So very, very cool to have that one. So next one on the list, seems like it's a bit of a cheaper one. Maybe it's from Ahsoka from last week. We're not getting as good a pulls. Okay, well, this is a good one. So we've got Sabine Wren, so you cannot complain with that. That is a very, very good minifigure, and it also looks like it comes with her helmet as well. So she has different facial expressions, but she also has the awesome Mandalorian helmet as well that's custom to her. So I think there was different variants of this character, the Sabine, but let's have a look which one this one is. SW0616, and it is Sabine Wren. Got it right, thank goodness. So there you go, she's a 16 quid minifigure, and she comes in Ezra's speeder bike as well as the Imperial Assault Carrier. Very, very cool. I like the blue headpiece as well. That's really, really awesome. But I'll probably have her on display with her blue headpiece, hairpiece, and then have her like clipped on with a helmet like that. I need a little bit of a little stud to hold the helmet in place. I've actually got a few studs here. Actually, maybe I can quickly make something up so that we can put her helmet on the stand. There we go. That way I won't lose the helmet piece. So there we go. So the last one, the red one. What do we have here? Let's have a gander. Okay, so it is an Ithorian. And actually, I think this was the only Ithorian we had for a long time. It's actually a Jedi Knight Ithorian, if I remember rightly. But we do have one in the Mos Eisley Cantina recently as well that has this headpiece as well that comes off. But he was actually exclusive and only one character you get. I still think he's a different colour actually to the one from the Mos Eisley Cantina. But this guy is SW0570, and I love getting different aliens. So yeah, he's an Ithorian Jedi Master, and this guy's over 20 quid. Only just over 20 quid. This looks like he may have gone down in price recently as well. Again, these guys all kind of fluctuate, probably because of the Mos Eisley one that this guy may have actually dropped a little bit in price. But not a bad selection of minifigures, so you can see them right here. We've got some pretty good common ones actually. The uncommons weren't too bad, and then we got a pretty decent Ithorian Jedi Master at the top as well. So that's it. So let us know how you thought the polls went this week. Do you reckon, have you got any of these figures? Or, you know, do you think, oh, these weren't actually as good as last week's, which obviously we got a Rebel Ahsoka last week. So, yeah, definitely not going to be as good as that one. But anyway, catch you in next Friday's episode. Ciao!